Is what it is, everybody, America. It's your boy OG Stoner, man, CEO Loud Gang, the Black Tommy Chong. And we're here, episode 4, baby. Viral Budz, the All Thing Marijuana podcast, man. Coming live, Orlando, Florida, man. The O. You know what I'm saying? This is where we reside and where we do things on this side. Check it out. We got a lot of good topics for y'all today. Some good fun facts and a few stories, man. A few like surprising, heartbreaking stories, man. Like it's like crazy, like what's going on in America, medical marijuana side of things, man. You know, and the criminal marijuana side of things. You know, we're gonna touch on a little bit of both of that. You know, we're also gonna touch on Chris Long, man. Congratulations, Chris Long, 11-year career, NFL defensive end, 2-time Super Bowl champion. You know, he won one with the Patriots and one with the Eagles. Yeah, recently with the Eagles. Yeah, we're gonna touch on Howie Long's son, Chris Long. We're gonna touch on just all things marijuana. That's what we do. Pretty much, man. This is for the stoners worldwide, man, global. You know, most of our topics are referred to, here in the U.S. or whatnot, but. They reflect people overseas too. You know, people that visit here, they want to know the laws. They want to know what cities they going to, what they can do, what they can do. You know, because we got stoners everywhere, man. I done had a few stoners in my DM visiting. Hey, man. Yeah, man. Nah, man. But real shit though. On the serious side, we're gonna get in a few topics, man. I saw this thing. I don't know if you follow us on Facebook, Viral Budz, at Viral Budz on TV. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, IG, Twitter, all that good stuff, man. I saw this topic in Alabama. We all know how harsh. Just the word Alabama sound harsh. I got family from Birmingham. I used to visit when I was a kid every summer, and I know the conditions in Alabama, man. It's tough, and just believe me, the laws are even tougher. Tough as a bit. That's Jeff Sessions. He from Alabama. I got a good friend of mine, and told me a few stories about Jeff Sessions, man. He's from Alabama as well. So, we all know the history of that state and how they feel about our color. So just imagine how they feel about drugs and any color. I think it was a 77-year-old disabled veteran, man, sentenced to life in prison. Life in prison for a couple marijuana plants. He was diagnosed with some kind of chronic condition, and I think he decided to grow some plants in his son's backyard. I guess he was a felon from some shit he did when he was like 40-something, back in the 30, 40-something, back in the day. White guy, you know what I'm saying? Lee Carroll Booker, I think, yeah, that's his name, Lee Carroll Booker. This guy been fighting for his life for the past year, just going to legislation, just appealing all kind of laws and bills that were passed. He just been on his A game, trying not to go to jail for the rest of his life, and he was sentenced to life in prison now. 3 marijuana plants. That's all he had. But the law in Alabama is pretty tough. It mandates life in prison, especially for felons, for convicted felons. The punishment is brutal. Life in prison. Are you kidding me? For a plant that a lot of people in America getting rich off. I don't care if it's small amounts either. They bamming your ass, boy. Life in prison, boy. They bamming your ass, Alabama. So all you motherfuckers, all y'all riding on up 75 and you want to ride with something to burn while you riding, man, y'all be careful, man. If they stop y'all in Alabama, boy, a zip gonna get your ass life, boy. And they not playing. I'm talking about they not playing, but this man, 77-year-old disabled vet, man, I think he fought in a few wars, man, back in the day, man. Lebanon and I think Dominican Republic. And this guy here is a disabled vet, man, diagnosed with chronic pain conditions, man. All kind of, aches and pains, 77 years old. This man can't even smoke a joint. This man got life in prison. Wow. I mean, I don't want to be the black or white issue type of guy and say, oh, man, it happens to us all the time, but this shouldn't happen to no fucking body, man. I don't give a damn, man. I mean, a joint, a couple plants. I mean, wow. It's crazy, man, but you just got to abide by the laws and do your research and, and go from there, man. I mean, ain't too much we can do but just get out and vote, man. Get out and vote. In your city, your town, your state, you got to get out and vote, man. When these elections come up, man, I mean, they do have candidates that are for medical marijuana and recreational marijuana usage. You just got to do your research and know which ones there are and show up and show out, man. You can prevent all this bullshit because, I mean, that's crazy. Alabama, I mean, I would hate for any family member of mine to ride through that shit and with just a dime bag on them and just to smoke or just a pen that's prescribed from another state. But, you can't go across state lines, but still. Life? Come on, man. It's ridiculous, man. You got to do something about that shit, But, hey, man, good luck. Good luck to the Booker family, man. Hope y'all, come to some kind of resolution on that. Jumping right into the next story, man. We got our next story. One of my recent favorite players in the NFL, Chris Long, is retired. His dad was really a monster. Howie Long, the great Howie Long, Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders it was at the time, of course. But yeah, Chris Long has retired, man. 11-year career. I think it's a pretty short career, but I think there were some stipulations leading up to that, man. I don't know. I think it was probably injuries. This guy here is a dirt dabbler, man. This man get in the mud and get it. Two-time Super Bowl champion recently, too. He won with the Patriots in 17 and last year with the Eagles, 18. With the Eagles. So, the man's a hard worker. First 8 years in the league with the Rams, grinding through all them struggles over there. Putting his life on the line, battling, sacrificing his body. Just going through the muck, as they say down in Belgrade, going through the muck to make something of himself, man, in the NFL, man, and be dominant. And he did that. He did that. I was impressed by him, I'm a 49er fan, so, we played around twice a year, and that man was always, he was he was crushing us, man. He a force on the defensive side of the ball. But the man admitted to using marijuana his whole career. His whole career. Yeah, I ain't giving no plugs on this drink, but, his whole career, man, using marijuana. He didn't say before or after. I'm sure you consume marijuana before the games, man. Relax his nerves, get his focus on. It does bring your focus level to higher heights. It's like, whew, you're working, boy. This man here, he's definitely a force, man. I think let me quote him. He said, we should be headed to a place where we allow players to enjoy what he doesn't consider a drug at all. We should be headed to a place. He's saying that NFL need to get off their ass and start, and seeing the facts. There's studies on this shit. These players, they are the actual the object that's being studied. You know what I mean? I mean they know the times and when they have to take the actual drug test. So I mean he kind of explained it in how he beat the test. I mean they give you one test a year. He know the date. So leading up to that time, he gonna clean up. Get back on them damn pills. I mean, he said during that 2-month span, he was, sleeping pills, Adderall. I mean, painkillers. I mean, even sipping on that bottle. Drinking. You know what I mean? I mean that's what him, having to lay off the plant for them few months leading up to his test, so he can get clean. He had to do all those different types of shit to substitute one plant. Ain't that some shit? Painkillers. I mean, muscle relaxers. I mean, you name it, man. All kind of shit, man. Adderall, all kind of opioids, man. Even some alcohol, man. Just to substitute one plant. I mean, I'm sure a joint are doing wonders, boy, after a game, boy. Woo. Relax his body. I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, far less dangerous than guzzling. I think he said than guzzling a fifth of some of your best alcohol, gin, some of that brown. Some of your strongest alcohol, man. Come on, man. It's crazy, man. They doing them boys in the NFL totally wrong. Boys are breaking their bodies, literally. I mean, tearing muscles, breaking bones, rehabbing, coming back early just to get a shot at a decent career. They don't want it to be, hindered with injuries, injury prone, and can't get the maximum money that they after. These guys laying it all on the line, man. And all they ask for is like a joint after a game. 11 seasons he used. He said he wasn't gonna be no snitching and give no percentage on the usage in the NFL. But man, them boys need a joint or edible or something. Something to relax and put them in that relaxed state, man, to recoup. To rejuvenate that body and to ease that healing process, man. Them pills, we know what they do. We done talked about it. They're going to destroy them organs, man, them opioids, man. They're going to eat at that liver, man. They're going to eat at them kidneys, man. The more you take, man, they're going to eat them up, boy. So, but they don't care. They only see you as a jersey number and a position, so I think it's just tough, man. I mean, I'm sure there are more Chris Longs out there right now. Probably going to retire early. Probably want to retire bad, but in financial debt. Can't retire, so they out there just killing themselves. Doctor quick to give them 2 of these. Them guys using weed for pain management, man, pretty much, guaranteed. Because I know, any pain that I've had, and I smoke a joint or a blunt, I'm good. Toothache, knee ache, twist your ankle. One time I was in the gym and I strained the muscle in my back. Oh my goodness, that was the worst. Strained the calf playing softball. I use marijuana on all them shits to heal, man, for pain and for pain management, man. No pills. I recall one time going to the doctor and said my blood pressure was high. Wanted to give me some pills. Man, hit that gym, man. Start hitting that gym and relaxing after that gym with a nice J. I went back for my follow up. Oh man, I see those pills are doing great. Yeah, blood pressure's down. I said, yeah, they're doing great. Yeah. Taking that shit. Hell nah, I ain't taking that shit, man. So, I mean, it's just crucial, man. But congratulations to Chris Long, man, on a dope ass career, man. I mean, you was a fighter. Man, you was a big time fighter, man. Big time. Yeah, man. So, but Chris Long, man, Los Angeles Rams / New England Patriots / Philadelphia Eagles, 3 teams, 11 years, 2 Super Bowls, 70 sacks. Good career, man. 11-year career. You know, you had your fun. Now it's on to the next chapter. Hopefully you get into the medical marijuana field on the advocate side and do something as far as the players union and implement new rules and regulations and hopefully you get the usage, you know, get a different perspective from a player that's played and a player that used and I'm sure you're going to continue to use, you know, and for your pain management, man, because we know after a long career like you had, you're going to have some aches and pains for the rest of your days. So great integrity, stepping up and speaking on it, man. So, you know, we wish you the best. And Viral Budz, we're here, baby. We're gonna get into this next story, man. It's a little bit complicated on the political side, but you know, I mean, the federal courts, they're ordering the DA to promptly consider rescheduling marijuana in general. You know, right now we know it's a Schedule I controlled substance, you know, right along with heroin and a lot of other dangerous, more dangerous shit. I mean, you know, marijuana is no danger in using marijuana. Studies have proved it. So, I mean, it's a great call on the federal courts to go back. You know, after, I guess it was a lawsuit in 2017 by a group of supporters and advocates and patients, most importantly patients, that filed a lawsuit, you know, saying that the laws jeopardize their health, their well-being, their ability to heal, you know, with a lot of, you know, diseases they've been diagnosed with. And the case was actually dropped. And then I guess it was reconsidered, I guess, in a 4-point opinion appeal or some of that sort, yeah. And they reopened it, man. They're like putting pressure on the DA and then drug enforcement agent, you know, they're putting pressure on them to consider rescheduling Schedule I marijuana. It makes no sense. I mean, we got 5 distinctive schedulings on drugs, man. Controlled substance in the Controlled Substance Act. You know, Schedule I, Schedule 2, 3, 4, and so on. You know, all the way to 5, and you know, they go from the most, the one with the highest potential for drug abuse to the least. You know, they got cough syrup and all that type of bullshit on there. You know, but we got a rundown of, you know, the actual scheduling list from the DEA, confirmed list. You know, but I mean, but back to what I was saying about there was a lawsuit in 2017. It was challenging the Schedule I status, you know, and I guess the status was saying it poses a threat and health risk, you know, and unfair economic advantages. I guess it's for the dope boys out there, you know, making a little money off the shit. But I wonder if it's considered a unfair economic disadvantage now that the shit is jumping and we got a lot of people getting rich off of it. A lot of people going to jail, spending money, trying to stay free. A lot of people making money, you know. So at what point does it become an unfair economic disadvantage or advantage? You know, so, you know, we just have to ask ourselves, man, get on the right side of the game, man. I mean, But the rescheduling, I mean, it's definitely got to be considered. I mean, a lot of convictions are going to be overturned. A lot of people locked up now. A lot of people on probation. A lot of people that can't get jobs now because they are felons due to a Schedule 1 controlled substance. Schedule 1 controlled substance. Wow. Now I can't get the job that I want or that I'm best qualified for because I had some weed in my possession 5-10 years ago, 5 weeks ago, I mean, it's crazy. So, well, I mean, we're going to see how that goes, man. I mean, and the thing about it is the reason it's being reconsidered, reopened because there were 2 kids as part of that advocate group. There were 2 kids, a part of that, 2 child patients, the plaintiffs that were a part of the advocate group, man, and they were suffering. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the Instagram videos and of like kids with seizures and with a couple drops under the tongue. I guess it was one of those instances where kid was having seizures and a couple little drops of oil, man. I mean, wham. Went from 200 seizures a day to like 5-10 seizures, man. You can't tell me that. I mean, that's a controlled 1 substance. Get the fuck out of here, man. Excuse my language. I mean, it's a game plan, man. It's a game plan, man. It's been implemented for years, man. So they just breaking it down, trying to find ways to say they were wrong. I mean, it's tough for the government to say they were wrong all these years. You'll never get that. They'll smooth it over with some new laws or some new bills passed, and which will allow certain groups to get it, certain groups won't. I mean, it's the same shit what they doing right now. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess they're just gonna hold the case open, force them to reschedule it. Once they reschedule it, I'm sure they're gonna drop the shit again because it's rescheduled now, and it doesn't pose a high threat of a patient going to jail, for trying to heal themselves or trying to aid themselves. So, but I mean, they work hand in hand. I mean, the federal courts, DA, they all work hand in hand. They work together, so they don't have no real intention on coming down on them. They just want them to play fair. Just go ahead and reschedule the shit. It's already been proven. Significant studies show, numerous studies show. I mean, it's medicine. It's not a controlled 1 substance. It's not. It's nothing in comparison to heroin and all these other drugs, oxycodone and the Adderalls and all those of the world. I mean, you're tripping. You're kidding me. But I think I wrote down a couple facts on the list on the Schedule 1, which is the highest chance of abuse. I mean, that's heroin, LSD, weed, which is bullshit. Methamphetamines, I think over a certain milligram or a certain dosage or strengthened potency or whatnot. Level 2, it's the hydrocodone, less than 15 milligrams, Vicodin, and you got cocaine. That's Schedule 2. Oh my goodness, Schedule 2. Wow. So weed is more has a higher chance of addiction than cocaine. Wow, I didn't know that. You learn something every day, I guess. I know fuck. From my growing up in my community, I mean, I beg to differ, baby. I done seen cocaine destroy motherfuckers. destroy families, destroy, prominent figures. People in the hood that stood for something that was on one side of the fence one year, the next year they got with the wrong person or smoked on the wrong shit. That's why I always told, my partners or my son, my oldest son, he started when he first started smoking, I found out and he told me, I said, man, roll your own weed. Always roll your own shit. Because you never know who you're smoking with. But, level 2. Schedule 2, then they got Schedule 3. You got less than 90 milligrams of codeine. Schedule 3, and that's your, I guess, steroids, testosterone, Tylenol with codeine, shit like that, come on. Once you get down to 3 and 4, those are fucking medicines. Who goes to jail for that shit? Only people get caught with that shit is people with prescriptions. So, your classification sucks. If you ask me. Then you got your Schedule 4, Xanax. Damn, that's way down there. Valium, Ambien. You got all that shit. Schedule 4. That's crazy, man. All that shit is more highly addictive than weed, man. Ask anybody on the street. You know what I'm saying? When y'all motherfuckers sitting up there in Congress, man, y'all need to get your results and do some lab tests in the street and get some real fucking results. Real shit. And then you got your, like I said, Schedule 5, your Robitussin. Shit like that. Lamotril and all the antibiotics and shit like that, the strong ones or whatnot. But that's crazy. Classification sucks. You got weed at the top dog with heroin and LSD, methamphetamines. Damn, that's crazy, man. And all that other shit it's like, But hey, man, we've been dealing with that shit forever, man. We just gotta, ride the wave, man, and wiggle through that bullshit. And take the necessary steps to, get where we're going. But smoking right along, you already know what time it is. We're going to get into some marijuana fun facts, with this marijuana game, man. It's crazy. A lot of money's being made. And just want to update y'all on the status. It's pretty much, they're saying the marijuana industry could surpass the NFL by the year 2020. That's what, fucking in a year. Shit, less than a year. 37 states, passed legislation, on the legislation level. So, that's 15 states, to go. 15 states to go, man. And the fucking whole U.S. will be legalized, man, from a medical or recreational standpoint. So, you got in 2018 from both medical and recreational cannabis, I think the U.S. has earned somewhere between $8.6 and $10 billion in that year. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Sales, merch, just farming, just supplies. Damn. This I guess it's topped e-cigarettes, Fortnite, and Goldfinger crackers combined. All those three entities combined, it's already surpassed them in sales. Money. That's a lot of money. Lot of money, boy. The weed game is produced. Like I said, man, we gotta get in this game. Gotta take the steps to to secure your place in this game. Make sure you're not going to jail for that shit. Too much money being made, man. Be responsible if you want to smoke. If you want to, medicate, as they call it. I guess and another fun fact, they say it's moving in on Taco Bell sales. I mean, Taco Bell sales is always up there in top dogs. But it's moving in on Taco Bell, and NFL by 2020 is going to surpass their revenue. Then 2023, I think it's going to surpass on gym memberships. That's a lot. Gym memberships. I mean, but they say 20% of adults, use marijuana. 20% of adults. That's crazy. It's got to be more than that. I mean, you're generating them kind of numbers. I guess you got the teens, you got the senior citizens. I mean, those are two groups that have taken a complete 180 on their, stance on medical marijuana and marijuana. The Republicans and senior citizens, they did a complete 180. They were just so pro, like, no. It was just crazy, man. But I mean, just look at it. I mean, the sales are going up. The arrest is still going up. How can we balance that shit? It's got to be some kind of way, man. We can balance that shit. The major cities selling that shit now. Like I said, 37 states, at the legislative level, 15 to go. And we still got motherfuckers in prison, like, doing hard time for weed. This shit gotta end somewhere, man. We gotta reach out to some of these, get more involved with some of these advocate groups, man. Get more involved. You look at them. A lot of them, I'm sad to say they don't have people of color in there at the high levels. We're starting to get in there and dabble a little bit. We got a few athletes and a few celebrity figures and musicians that are, and we got a few doctors too. So, but I mean, it's slowly progressing, but we got to just keep moving forward, man, and got to be a part of that green rush. That green rush is happening now. It's not coming. It's now. It's happening now, It's also creating a lot of jobs. A lot of jobs are being created. I think they project, 175,000 to 215 jobs will be created in the next few years. That's a lot of fucking jobs, man. A lot of jobs. I wonder for people who work at those facilities, if they ride home, they get pulled over. They got a sack. Do they go to jail? Would they get fired? It's just so confusing and crazy. But hey, man. But those are your marijuana fun facts, man, for the day. I mean, just if you have any other, if I forgot any, just make sure you just hit us up. Budz in the DM. Hit us on IG, Facebook, Twitter. You can also email us at viralbuzzmedia@gmail.com. Any topics you want to hear discussed or any concerns you might have in your community or in your community. I mean, we all have elderly people in our community that can benefit, or in our family that can benefit. So, help them out, man. Just do yourself a favor, man, and help them out. Congratulations to my cousin. She just got a card at marijuanadoctor.com. She got her card. She ain't got to be worrying about this shit. So I'm proud of her. Trying to get my uncle. My uncle is like 80 years old. He needs his. He needs his. There's no reason. He's a vet. And there's no reason he should be, worried about going to see a plug and shit. For real. But yeah, man, moving right along, man. We're gonna get into some shout outs for the show. Definitely got some good shout outs, man. To the great one Hove, Jay-Z, first hip hop billionaire. Hip hop billionaire. Man, it's been a long journey for the brother, man. I bought his first album. I bought his Streets is Watching. I've been a fan, checking him out, checking his moves. Him and Dame split. I was checking the process of that whole little episode there, man. That was wasn't my most favorable moment of Rockefeller, but I thought they had potential to do some great things. But I guess Jay-Z he had his eyes on the prize. Sometimes you gotta let go of certain things to get to certain things, and he did just that, man. I'm proud of that brother, man. Still giving you the classic bars whenever he drop on somebody's shit. They say it's a young man's game. Boy, I beg to differ, man. I think the cats with a little age on them, a little season to them, they got a little bit more to give to the world, to say to the world. Get some knowledge. Most rap fans, these days, are the ones that really don't, they don't really soak in what they don't really care what the artist is saying. They don't want to soak in no knowledge. They don't want to soak in no substance. They just want a dope beat and some old hook they can sing and going to Never Never Land. I feel like the music today is about back in my day, when in the 90s, 2000s, and that shit was about, the rappers were more of they were more the dealers. Now the niggas rapping about taking. They the consumers. They the customers now. In music, man. So Jay-Z still stick to the blueprint, man. Still giving them that, that boss man shit. You know what I'm saying? So salute that brother, man. 7 streams of income. The man. The man got Rock Nation. Man, the man. Wow. He got the Duce and the Armand, the Brignac or whatever, the Ace of Spades. The man got title, real estate, his music catalog. Wow. That man doing it, man. Big shot to Hove, though, man. Salute, bro. You really he had a lot of good influences, the Master P's and the, Jermaine Dupri's and, the guys that came up, on the executive side of things in the music, had their own label. P did a lot, on the boss man shit. Dre up there too. I guess that when they sold that Beats for $3 billion, Dre got 850 mil. I guess a little bit short of $1 billion, but I'm sure he got something up his sleeve. He will be the next one. And Diddy right there, right on their ass. So them boys, they doing their thing. Those are the 3 kings in hip hop. In my shit. They benefited the most, made the most off music. It might not have been all from music, but music got them in those positions. So bottom line is from music. So, But yeah, man, Jigga, man, congratulations, bro. Much success, continued success, and we'll get some of these artists of mine over there at Rock Nation soon. So we'll be talking real shit. But smoking right along, man. Another shout out, wanna, man. Well, not really a shout out, man. We wanna, just update y'all on Bushwick Bill, man. It's not doing too well right now. You know, there were reports of him dead, reports of him still alive. We don't know. But we just want to wish him the best, man, and just continue support over here. You know, big fan, grew up on that ghetto boy shit. You know, never forget it. You know what I mean? The impact it had on my life. You know, so there were some good old days, man. So Bushwick Bill, man, get well, brother, man. Just keep fighting, bro. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. You know. Wish you would reach out to some of these medical marijuana companies, man. Some of these hemp CBD derived companies, man, and see if we can get some assistance in healthcare on that situation. But it's about who you know, man, and but continue prayers for that brother. You know. Right now we're gonna get into a little music review, man. The first one of the day. We just gonna hit y'all with one today. I got a special request, man. It's the song that I heard that I love. I've been rocking it. It's called Whoop De Whoop. Whoop De Whoop. It's from Chris GMF. Get Money First. You know, Loud Gang artist. You know, General. You know, I mean, new song. 4th of July. We dropping all platforms. I want to get to the world here first. Let y'all check it out. Let me know. Give me some feedback on it. Whoop De Whoop. I mean, Chris GMF, produced by Tezzy G's Up. You know, out there in the west coast of Florida, Clearwater, all that good area out there, St. Pete. You know, so check it out and get back with me after this song. You know, let me know what you think. Go.
Got my mind right, money too, switched up, can't fuck with you. You keep a tool, you ain't gon' shoot. Tell me who you tryna fool. Hit a lick, then hit the stoop. Toolie with me in the booth, and I ain't really tryna talk. I ain't with that whoopie whoop. Mind right, money too, switched up, can't fuck with you. You keep a tool, you ain't gon' shoot. Tell me who you tryna fool. Hit a lick, then hit the stoop. Toolie with me in the booth, and I ain't really tryna talk. I ain't with that whoopie whoop. Tell me, have you ever seen a Draco with the double D's? Titties on the stick, I keep the grip, you know what's up with me. Tall, dark, and handsome, slanging pipe, these bitches fuck with me. That bitch say she in love with me, tell her don't put her trust in me. Getting money first, this GMF, I'm on the same shit. Niggas so pretend, ain't got no friends, I had to lane switch. Strictly about my business, time is money and I can't waste it. Loyalty, if you ain't with the gang, then you can't hang, bitch. Feed the fam by any means, no matter what, I take care of my seed. Don't do no fronts, bitch, ain't nothing for free. You might get hit with that fuck nigga feed. Just got a shipment of Perkies and beans. Food on my plate, bitch, it's my time to eat. And I keep my third eye open, cause shit ain't always what it seems. Separated myself, I had to go and get me a check. Had a lot of nights, I ain't even slept. 10 toes down, I ain't break a sweat. Foot on your neck, nigga, show respect. I keep a 40 Glock, fuck a tech. Run up on me, a nigga getting wet. Without a second thought or regret. Yeah, got my mind right, money too, switched up, can't fuck with you. You keep a tool, you ain't gon' shoot. Tell me who you tryna fool. Hit a lick, then hit the stoop. Toolie with me in the booth, and I ain't really tryna talk. I ain't with that whoopie whoop. Mind right, money too, switched up, can't fuck with you. You keep a tool, you ain't gon' shoot. Tell me who you tryna fool. Hit a lick, then hit the stoop. Toolie with me in the booth, and I ain't really tryna talk. I ain't with that whoopie whoop. Guard your grill, keep you cool. Gotta learn to stick and move. And the sad truth, nowadays you gotta keep a tool. And you gotta watch some people around you, it ain't nothing new. Same nigga shoot you, write a statement, man, these nigga fool. We ain't with that goofy shit, Jericho quick to shoot a bitch. Real life ain't no movie clip, people get smoked for stupid shit. Focus trying to make a flip, miss me with all that foolishness. I've been in the stew on this music shit, trying to make it rich. Switching up on these hoes, you know how it go. Don't even hit up my phone, I get them thanks for the low. Remember I used to sell them bitches right at the stove. Free team money, that's the bro. Caught him a body and I'm my nigga up the road. Blame myself on the low, shit would be different if I never went go. Gotta keep my shit low key, fuck nigga you don't know me. Too many faces and too many names, most of these niggas be police. Stay in my lane and stay true to the game, feel like I want me a trophy. A lot of you niggas in it for the fame, I keep a safe distance from you lame. Got my mind right, money too, switched up, can't fuck with you. You keep a tool, you ain't gon' shoot. Tell me who you tryna fool. Hit a lick, then hit the stoop. Toolie with me in the booth, and I ain't really tryna talk. I ain't money too. Switched up, can't fuck with you. You keep a tool, you ain't gon' shoot. Tell me who you tryna fool. Hit a lick and hit the stool. Toolie with me in the booth, and I ain't really tryna talk. I ain't with that woody-woo.
Yeah. That was Chris GMF, man. That new banger, Whoop-de-Whoop. I ain't with that Whoop-de-Whoop. Yeah, I love that bit there. So just check out for that, man. Make sure y'all tap in on that, man. July 4th of July, man. All streaming platforms, man. DJs, all content, all them music playlist curators and shit. None of that phony shit. None of that fake shit. Stay out my DM, all you scams and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, get these striving, aspiring artists some real results, man, and stop with your bullshit ass plays and your bullshit likes and all that bullshit, man. But yeah, man, Chris GMF, salute, man. Loud Gang General. You already know what time it is, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man, and you know, just and I like to thank all you. Hold on. One more thing I just thought of, man. I wanna address one more story, man. I saw it there in the tabloids, man. Yo Gotti. Let's talk about Yo Gotti, man. I couldn't end the show without talking about this, man. Yo Gotti, man, ordered to pay $6.6 million to the artist Young Fletcher out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I mean, apparently, I guess the guy, they gave him 20 G's for a feature. You know, I guess I don't know the name of the song or whatnot, but they gave him 20 G's for a feature. Yo Gotti never recorded his verse, never laid it down. Apparently recorded a song that sounded like the Jit song. Sounded like dude's song. I don't know if he a Jit. I ain't gonna call him no Jit, but recorded a song sounded like Young Fletcher's song. Then tried to sign Young Fletcher to a $150,000 record deal, and probably feature him on the song that he wrote. Try to screw him on the publishing and all that kind of shit. And then, you know, after all that shit, you know, I mean, just blew the man off like it was nothing, like the man was like he was untouchable. So they took the nigga to court. You know, him and his lawyer, they went to court, and the judge, I guess, he ruled on willful, unfair, deceptive acts. You know. And ordered the man to pay. At first, he ordered him to pay $2.2 million because he seen that fuckery. Yo Gotti was doing, man, over there, man. Instead of, you know, I mean, I don't understand why young brothers get in that position and do that fuckery to their own kind. White folks been doing that for years in this music game. All the way back to Muddy Waters and them, you know, I mean, just watch these stories, man. It's word from the wise, man. Have some kind of integrity and some kind of, you know, accountability for what you're doing. You're bossing this shit. You signing artists, man. Do the right thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it took you long to break ground, but don't do them artists the same way, man. That's some real fuck shit. You know, I'm just my opinion, but, you know, hey, man, here at Viral Budz, we're going to keep it real, keep it G. You know what I'm saying? But right about now, man, it's time to smoke right now. So, you know, I try not to smoke on camera for the sake of kids that might be watching. But, you know what I mean? It's time to cut this camera off now. It's time to get high. Signing off with your boy Viral Budz, CEO Loud Gang, the Black Tommy Chong. Follow us on Instagram, man, CEO Loud Gang. That's my one page. And my other page, the Black Tommy Chong, man, host of Viral Budz. Also follow the Viral Budz page as well. It's been a wonderful episode 4, man. I thank y'all for all the listeners, man, and all the viewers, man, for tapping in with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, man, it's your boy CEO Loud Gang. Put your motherfucking L's up, baby. You already know what time it is, baby. Gang, gang. And make sure y'all, man, if y'all ain't got no merch yet, man, make sure y'all, man, hit up the website, loudgangofficial.com, man. Or hit us up on Facebook, get some of that new merch, man. We got it for your ass, man. We got the baseball tees, the green, we got the black, you know what I'm saying? Gas affiliated, all that good shit, man. Real shit, though. Until then, smoke one for your boy. Gone.